so much for the commitment to human rights and the universal rights of the whole humanity, and especially for the Palestinian cause. I always say that being a pro-Palestinian is being a pro-justice. It's a universal message to everyone. When we say free Palestine, we say free Congo, free Sudan, and free everyone. My name is Arab. I'm a Palestinian that was raised in Ramallah in the West Bank. I was born in Jerusalem. I haven't been able to go or not allowed to go to Jerusalem for the past 25, 26 years. And it's just an example of the apartheid system that we live under. I was privileged to be Marwan Barghouti's son and someone to learn from him since I was a little boy. And then at the age of 11, unfortunately, my father was taken away from me and from my family and kidnapped until today. And it's been 24 years, 25 years since the last time I had the chance to hug my father. And I want to let you know that I was privileged also to have a great mother in Fadwa Barghouti. And I think it's always very important to mention my mother, because she represents the great Palestinian woman who don't get talked about enough as being partners in the struggle in the Palestinian cause. She's the one who founded the campaign of my father, Marwan Barghouti. And also she's the one who founded the international campaign in 2013 and from Nelson Mandela's cell, alongside historical leaders like Ahmed Tatrada, Nelson Mandela himself, who said that what's happening with Marwan Barghouti is exactly what happened with me, and the rest of, Angela Davis, Jimmy Carter, and many other historical leaders that supported and still support the international campaign. For 24 years, my father has been imprisoned by Israel. Yet despite the years of isolation, imprisonment, and attempts to silence him, his voice continues to represent something that millions of Palestinians desperately hold on to today, which is, hope. And I think it's very important to always remember that hope is the biggest threat to the oppressors. So that's why we need to keep hope. And trust me when I tell you that when I see scenes of my father's face, of the Palestinian flag, of Dr. Hussam and Safiya, of all our heroes all over the world, it gives me hope, it gives me strength. So thank you for that. He represents a hope for freedom, hope for dignity, hope for unity, hope for a just peace, because that's exactly what we Palestinians are after. A peace, but a just peace that gives the Palestinians freedom, living with dignity and independence. At a time when our people are facing unimaginable suffering in Gaza, who went through 2.5 years of genocide, of the worst crimes against humanity, in the West Bank, who's going through the settler terrorism attacks, the killings, the mass land theft by the Israeli government, and the Palestinians inside Israel who live under discrimination every single day and racism of their lives, and the 8.6 million Palestinians who are living in the diaspora, denied from the right of coming back to their homeland. Israel is not only trying to break bodies, but to break the Palestinian spirit itself. Entire families have been erased. Children are growing up under bombardment, starvation, siege, displacement, fear. In the West Bank, military raids and settler violence, as I said, arrests, humiliation have become daily reality. And inside prisons, they're living a true hell. Thousands of Palestinian detainees face abuse, starvation, torture, isolation, and systematic dehumanization. More than 100 Palestinian political prisoners have been killed only in the last 2 years alone. My father is being targeted precisely because he represents the opposite of despair. He represents the idea of Palestinians not to disappear, will not surrender their humanity, and continue demanding our freedom, equality, no matter the cost. Marwan Barghouti is not only a prisoner. To millions, he is a symbol of national unity, democratic legitimacy, and the possibility of future built on justice rather than endless violence. That is why the freedom matters. His freedom matters. And that is why freedom of all Palestinian prisoners matter, because this is an issue that is a pillar of the Palestinian liberation movement. It's not a random issue when we talk about the Palestinian political prisoners. But solidarity cannot just be words. We need people around the world to act. So I ask you today, raise his name in your protest. Speak to your elected officials. Pressure governments to demand accountability and the protection of Palestinian political prisoners. Share the stories that others try to silence. Join the campaign for freedom of my father. We have a website called freemarwan.org that can give you all the ideas of support for the campaign. Because silence enables injustice, and because international solidarity has always mattered in struggles for freedom everywhere in the world. And despite everything, despite the suffering, despite the destruction, despite the attempts to crush hope, we still believe that freedom and justice will prevail. And the last thing I want to tell you is that I promise you that one day you will come to a free Palestine, you will visit a free Palestine, and you will meet with my father, hopefully personally, where he can shake your hands and thank you for your unwavering support for the issue of this era, the Palestinian cause. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all in Stockholm as soon as possible.
Thank you, Arab. And I, in behalf of all the Stockholm people and many people in Sweden,